Good morning, Mark Sett with HurricaneTrack.com here with your Hurricane Outlook and Discussion special Tropical Storm Bill update, 8:15 Eastern Time on the 16th of June, 2015. This is a radar shot from the Houston Galveston radar. There's Galveston, Texas. This is the Houston area. And this is the center of Tropical Storm Bill getting ready to come into the Port Lavaca area. Latest from the National Hurricane Center indicating that Bill getting better organized, trying to develop a partial eye wall. Winds are 60 miles per hour, and the pressure was down to 997 millibars. Now, all of this moisture is going to be making its way into Texas and areas from Port Lavaca, Victoria, Lake Jackson, up through parts of the Houston metro area, along the Bolivar Peninsula, and even up to southwest Louisiana are going to be in for periods of very heavy rain over the next several hours as Bill moves inland. If we take a look at the infrared satellite picture, a very marked increase in convection or upward motion, showers and thunderstorms with this system overnight as the upper level winds became more favorable over just a very small area of the northwest Gulf of Mexico, and that's really all you need. I mentioned in my blog post overnight last night that it wouldn't be surprising to see Bill approach 65 to 70 miles per hour at landfall. Right now it's at 60, so that was a pretty good prediction on my part. And it's really not surprising. These smaller systems tend to take advantage of what little the atmosphere and the ocean gives them. And in this case, the Gulf of Mexico is giving it a lot with those very warm sea surface temperatures there running above average, and then the atmosphere cooperating just a little bit more and allowing Bill to strengthen. Also, you do not have a drought situation in this region right now, and so the ground is not going to suck the moisture out of Bill. Actually, what's going to probably happen is that Bill will sort of leach the moisture that's available out of the ground to some extent and be a lot slower in weakening once it makes landfall. So folks, anywhere, like I said, from southwest Louisiana right on in through central, really the coastal bend of Texas, and then up towards Austin, San Antonio, maybe on the west side of this, and then really the I-45 corridor. We'll take a look at the precipitation forecast. That explains it a lot better over the next several days here. For today, right down here in the coastal bend area of Texas, and then up near Houston metro region in eastern Texas, the Woodlands, right on up the I-45 corridor towards Dallas, and then some maybe 100 miles or so east and west of the I-45 corridor. Now this is the 5-day outlook from the Weather Prediction Center, and you can see that Bill and its remnants are likely going to move right up through eastern Texas, southeast Oklahoma, through Missouri, and then into the Ohio Valley, and finally exiting up here somewhere along the mid-Atlantic to northeast states. Why is it going to do that? Well, if we take a look at the GFS overnight run, it's pretty easy to see. This is the 500 millibar chart. There's a huge area of high pressure here in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, and that acts like a big block to this system. It couldn't just come in and turn in towards, say, Mississippi or the Florida Panhandle. Instead, it went around this big ridge of high pressure, which is sort of in its way, like literally a big roadblock in the atmosphere. And so this is Bill right here reflected in the 500 millibar pattern, and it's very easy to see that it's just going to kind of follow this stream flow up and over this big old ridge of high pressure. And if we go back to the precip map, that lines up very well with what we see here with this precip pattern, whereas this high is anchored over the southeast, giving areas like Charlotte, Raleigh, Florence, Columbia, 100 degrees plus temperatures, Atlanta getting in on the very hot temperatures. The storm and its remnants will ride around that periphery. And so, like I said, everybody from the coastal bend of Texas up through the Ohio Valley going to have a lot of rainfall coming in from Bill over the next several days. This is a live look from one of our colleagues in Bolivar Peninsula. This is what it looks like right along the Gulf of Mexico, Highway 87 in Gilchrist, Texas. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit here. You can hear the rainfall, hopefully. Windshield wipers, nothing dramatic with the sound, so let's kill the sound. But this shows you that even just a 60 mile per hour tropical storm, let me back out of this and show you where this is located. So this is the center of Bill, coming in towards Matagorda Bay and Port Lavaca, and that live feed is located right up here along the Bolivar Peninsula. So it's quite a distance away from the center, but this onshore flow, counterclockwise rotating storms around the circulation of Bill, bringing the Gulf of Mexico onshore across parts of Highway 87 up here in the Bolivar Peninsula area, where Hurricane Ike back in 2008 gave a devastating blow to the region with a 20-plus foot storm surge in the area, wiping out a good deal of Bolivar Peninsula. And so this is what our stream looks like from our colleague Kerry, who lives and works in the Houston area. He has a setup exactly like our Tahoe cam, and he was already in Houston, so I figured, hey, Kerry, would you mind going out to Bolivar and showing people what the effects look like as Bill comes inland? And we appreciate him doing that for us. So that's what it looks like. You can follow that all day long on the hurricanetrack.com homepage or at ustream.tv/hurricanetrack. We try to give you the best coverage that we can, even when I can't be there in person. Let's see if somebody we know in the area, in this case we got lucky with Kerry, giving us that live look, and we do appreciate it. All right, well, that's your look at Bill this morning. I'll post another update this evening, and the updates, of course, go to our YouTube channel, and those are available in our app, Hurricane Impact. Anytime, anywhere you're on the road, in the office, and you want to take a sneak peek at what's going on, we have our blog updates, and, of course, the video blogs going into our app, Hurricane Impact. If you want to download that, you can get our information anywhere you are, not just via the web, but right there on your app, on your iPhone or iPad. All right, well, that's it from me for now. I'm going to try to get a little bit of sleep and then have some more coverage for you later today as Bill makes a landfall in Texas. Mark Sudduth, hurricanetrack.com. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you later today.